Yes. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Staying sane. Weather's quite nice here in Manchester. Thank you if you're watching retrospectively. And if you're about to jump on, thank you as well. How are you doing? How are you doing? Ridden home like a nutter to get onto the stream, set it all up. Hope you're doing all right. I am multi-streaming with the beauty of technology and also with the help of a certain lady called Katie Jane Swallow of childrenmatter.news. Big thank you to her for all the technological assistance that this channel gets. So without further ado, got to say, there's an event coming up. There we go. You can see it. Katie Jane's organised it. It's for the children. Always about the children, uniting for the children. Let's end our children's suffering and abuse. Let's change the safe to protect our children and our country. Brilliant. Join us on the 19th of September 2020, Swinton Town Hall in Manchester. Now, what I always do, I always make the big mistake because of this bar that's rolling at the bottom. I always make the mistake. So the postcode for that is M27 5DA, and the event starts at 12 noon. So I'm going to be there. Hope you're going to be there, and should be a good event. Catch up with Katie. Hopefully she's got some much needed barbecue meat for me, Katie. Yes, people are jumping on. How you doing? Yes, mate. Yes, Rams fan. Yes, Chris. Yes, Toddy. Not happy. Not happy. Still saying ayo. How are you doing, not happy? Oh, that's made you a bit happier. Not happy. The Open Debate channel. Yes. Hello, people. Thank you very much. It's a Thursday. Probably still people at work. Yes, Charles. An old subber. An old subber. Yes, mate. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I'll be there. Yes, he's going to be there. Definitely. Yes, people are jumping on now. Nice. Me likes, me likes. Hope you're all right. English sailor. What do you do with an English sailor early in the morning? Go in there. Can't be going there. Can't go in there. I've got too much to go through. Don't need these little mad schisms. Yes, Crimson. Martin, I know you. Who, what? What? What go on in? Yes, English sailor. Yes, Jeff. A cake. Like it. Yes. So thanks anyway. Whatever platform you're watching it from, there's currently 3, I think, platforms. Mine, Katie Jane's, and I think it's VK, the old Russian platform. So no doubt we're helping the Russians now. Oh no way! Contact you on Facebook. I say on Facebook. Oh, mate, I'm shy at that. I seriously am. It's not an ignorant thing. It's just a dump and run. So I shall have a look back and see if I can locate your request, my friend. Nothing personal, so apologies there. Yes, people jumping in. Rice Cube. Rice Cube. Right, that's the wife. Just hello. Who's using my Sunday name there? Come on, come on. Don't be need to blocking people now. Serious, that is a blockable offence. Only when I'm naughty. You in Notts that day? No, if you're referring to Nottingham, I think that's this weekend, isn't it? And sadly, I won't be able to make that. I will be in Manchester. There's an event going on in Manchester. So, yeah. Ah, yes, Dolly. Dolly, Dolly, daydream. Yes. Our Dolly. Well, I'm hoping I'm going to be going down to that event, maybe with Dolly or meeting Dolly there at some point. It's taking place in Manchester. So I've been told about it, being that it's my hometown. I had to bounce round as a kid. Got to go round. Hope it goes nowhere near the place where it was called a Nazi. Can't go past that place without like face just screwing up. Sadly working. No way. Yes, justice for LA. We shall get onto that, right? Farage is a good man. Someone's just thrown that out, and I'm sure you referred it to previous videos, yeah. And, you know, I've got no problem with Farage. He's a good guy. He's trying to shout out about stuff, but that's another subject. So I'm going to move on a little bit. Yes, people. Oh, yes. Right. Let me explain to you what... Gillian, I do apologise because you put a comment out. Why don't you let me know when you're going live, Phil? And what tends to happen, because I've got this facility now, I can either do a live stream like I'm doing now, or I can do a pre-recorded. So it looks like live, but it's not live. I then take it down, and depending on what it's about or what I can do with it, I'll put it into my video editor, either chop it up, do little bits and bobs, add little bits to it, and then upload it. And that's what I've been doing quite frequently, just because sometimes I can't always, it's not always the best time to go live. Sometimes it's a bit of a crazy time around the house. Or sometimes there was one pre-recorded stream I done at 6 in the morning the other week, just because I got up feeling fresh, thought, right, let's have it. I loaded the stream up the night before, boom. Now I can't do that live. So there's many reasons why I don't do that, but singing good for you, right? Yes, John Rackham. So yes, Gillian, I've hopefully put the word out on 3 different platforms. I'm live, seriously. It might be as rare as rocking or shit, but I'm live. So come and get it. Come and get your 2 pence, a red pill, Phil. So, yes, thank you, Gillian. Thank you. Hope you enjoy the stream. Yes, mate. Almost good as me at editing now, mate. I will never be as good as the Great Brit. The spanner grabbing Great Brit. I will never be as good as you, mate. And I won't ever grab your spanner and pass it on to someone else right in front of your face either, like the Napoleonic Katie Jane Swallow does from time to time, live on streams. Man, she must be breaking souls doing that to people live. I don't know how you deal with it, Great Brit, and I'm sure you have to get some form of counselling on this kind of spannerless life that you lead every now and then. Sad. So sad what she does to people. Yes, right. So anyway, yes, thank you, everyone. Yes. I've no idea who Millie Weaver, you thought weird she went to jail. Right, I don't know too much about that, so there's not a lot I can say. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get straight into it because I've done me kind of complimentary highs and hope you're all good. And yeah, Katie's got an evil streak. Man, Napoleonic. Watch that lady. Don't piss her off. And if she's give you the spanner, my God, that's going to be ripped out. It's going to be wrenched out your hands. Do you get it? Right. So anyway, enough digressing. Right. So I've done the cater. Let me see where we're going with this. Firstly, I'd like to give a massive respect to the Johnson family. The Johnson family, which to be fair, let me start again, right? There's a lady who was in a band that I grew up listening to called Fifth of Heaven, a soul band in Manchester. I've just found out through a friend of mine, he sent me the link, thank you to Ingo for that this lady sadly passed away. This lady, like I say, she was in the Fifth of Heaven, which was in the mid to late 80s, early 90s. She then went on and had a prolific career playing with other people, very successful, beautiful soul, and such a wonderful voice as well. Mancunian, and I'm not sure the circumstances to her death, but all I do know is I've just had to say rest in peace to a fellow Mancunian and also to someone who musically inspired me over the years. And it was a pleasure to collect your music over the years, and it was sad to hear you passing. So I'd just like to play this before I go anywhere, guys. View. Oh, tune. There's other mixes to that, other commercialized mixes, but like I say, it's always sad. Life is very short. She died very early there, you can see in the report. So I just wanted to say rest in peace. And that's about it, really. Right, the next thing I want to say, remember when I come on with these, right? Some people were getting the wrong idea. It wasn't my birthday. My birthday was back in May. It was 50th. But I just wanted to kind of say how maturity, it was just a bit of a joke more than anything. But these are obviously not for me now. These are for someone else, right? A very good friend of mine called Mark Butler. You're getting called out. Mark Butler is one of my oldest friends. I've known him since I was probably 3 or 4 years of age, ever since I was playing with a Batman toy on the floor. He walked in as a new pupil and he sat down with me because he had a Batman toy, and we've been best friends ever since. And we still get together on a regular basis to pull out our Batman toys. So I just got to say, it's time for him. It's his birthday today, the big old 50. So, mate, all I've got to say is put on them glasses and start eating concrete. So, my man, Mark Butler from Newton Heath, the man, the butcher man, he makes sausage like, honestly, he could heal the world with his brand of sausage. He really could. I'd love to do a YouTube segment on his sausage because it's just mint. So anyway, yes, moving on. Happy birthday, Mark. Have a great day. I'm going to try and do a bit of social distancing and come and say hi to you later as well. That's if Boris will let me. Freaking hell. You know what I mean? So happy birthday, Mark. Have a great day. So let's start this shit. Red Pill Phil, YouTube.
So they're the opposite of the free press.
We did it like that, and now we do it like this. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
They claim to fight for liberty, but they're authoritarian as they come. So they're the opposite of the free press.
We did it like that, and now we do it like this. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
Yes. Today just started normally. Felt quite fresh, ridden to work, sweating my guts out, got to work. I had an alert from Ellie Reynolds, one of the two Ellies. And she goes, have you heard the news, Phil? I'm like, you know me, head up my arse half the time. No. She sends me a link, and it was referring to this. Now, one thing I will say is, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, we're talking about Barrow, and we're talking about how one young lady, through speaking up about what was going on in Barrow, is now in prison, waiting for the trial, and won't be out at least till 2021. So, another one, the other Ella, that has gone through so much, is trying to talk about what has happened to her, at the same time showing solidarity to Ellie Williams and the family as well. You've had the families in Barrow that have either supported or either come out and castigated and cast aspersions on all people that want to talk about this. There's been all types of stuff for several months going on in Barrow. By this, I'd like to say a big hello and thank you to the Williams family and also to the Reynolds family, Ellie, Cara and Ian. Great family who are just there, just trying to talk about what has happened to their lovely daughter, Ellie Reynolds, who has got the proof, which is an NRM, which is documentation from a Home Office affiliated group that interviewed and consulted with Ellie over a vast period, I would have thought. Probably better asking Ellie that. What I do know is that they came out and they validated the claim that what Ellie had gone through was nothing more than forms of kidnapping, torture to a degree, and trafficking and abuse. I could bring up the NRM, probably should have brought that up, but that is there, that is her proof. But it didn't stop the police. It didn't stop people who were not prepared to own what was going on in Barrow coming out and castigating them. So this is who I'm about to show now. This is Detective Chief Superintendent Dean Holden. And this was the man after the initial Ellie Williams post where she was, you know, relayed about her injuries and what had been going on. Whatever has gone on, something has gone on. So off the bat, the police station come out, online went crazy. Mainstream media were coming out, all calling Ellie a liar. And this is what the police decided to roll with at that time.
What I would say is, when the question is asked, is there an organised gang of Asian men in Barrow conducting abuse or otherwise exploitation against individuals? Our investigation has shown that that has not been corroborated or otherwise evidence. What I would say though is that here in Cumbria Constabulary we're not complacent, we are humble, and if individuals think that they've got any information that suggests that's the scenario, or any other information around abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, then they must contact us.
Now, it's funny there where it says, if anyone's got any information, contact us. Well, that's Ellie kind of did, I guess. She probably maybe went about things in a wrong way. If we look at the whole story from start to finish, but this is a young girl that has been telling a story that no one would want to hear their daughter's gone through. And even if you have got the most disdain for your next door neighbour and their daughter, you would not like to think that their daughter would go through anything like this, or what Ellie Reynolds has gone through. So you can imagine how hurtful this must be over the months, with everyone coming out saying all what they're saying. So then this pops up, like I say, going back to Ellie, giving me a link today. 3 men have been charged with carrying out a number of non-recent child sexual offences reported to have been taking place 1996 to 2010. Offences are alleged to have been carried out in Leeds between 1996 and 2008, with further alleged offences in Barrow, where Detective Chief Superintendent Dean Holden in Barrow between 2008 and 2010. The charges have been brought following a joint investigation by West Yorkshire Police and Cumbria Police. The following 3 men have been charged. Now, I'd love to show their names. Why fucking not? They're prepared to castigate anyone who wanted to talk about this, calling them all types of names. You know, and that wasn't right. But because I'm a decent person, because you ain't dragging my arse in on a technicality, and you ain't going to curtail me from talking about it, I'll blur the names out. But it don't mean I can't digress for fucking 20 minutes around the names, does it? You can't stop me doing that. And by the way, let me just say off the bat, I invited Ellie and Ian to this. And graciously, they were both prepared to do it. Ellie really wanted to do it, although because of the slight, you could argue, forms of judicial intimidation that she's going through at the moment, she thought it'd be wise not to come on and talk about it. And I totally agree with her. Just in case they're already trying to find ways to really get at survivors in this area. And in some ways, maybe survivors are not doing the best thing to help themselves. In some ways, I've got to say it, I've got to be honest. But the bottom line is, you can understand why and what's going on. And when people are being told liars, and then all of a sudden this is a far right issue, when it's got nothing to do with that, this is talking about the abuse. And it's almost like now Cumbria police are on the catch up. We say that again. Cumbria police are on the catch up. Because let me remind you what initially they come out and said. Remember? And then because of it, mainstream media followed. And everyone has to be a liar from this point.
What I would say is, when the question is asked, is there an organised gang of Asian men in Barrow conducting abuse or otherwise exploitation against individuals? Our investigation has shown that has not been corroborated or otherwise evidence. What I would say though is that here in Cumbria Constabulary, we're not complacent, we are humble, and if individuals think that they've got any information that suggests that's the scenario, or any other information around abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, then they must contact us.
I mean, is this frustrating or what? It's frustrating. The one thing I think of is, you know what? My outrage is nothing. Who I put before my outrage and how I feel about this, knowing that I've been covering bits and bobs of stuff like this for years, and I've met at least the Reynolds family, and they're brilliant people, and I can corroborate everything they're saying. It's the survivors. It always comes back to the survivors. Don't matter how mad I am at this point. Don't matter what I want to do to kind of get the voice out to people at this point. I've got to consider them. I've got to consider, even when I'm doing this stream right now, I've got to do it in a way that's going to help the survivors and not hinder the survivors. So it doesn't matter how mad I am. At the same time, I could understand what they're going through with this. Because if one of my daughters was, you know what I mean? This is horrible. And then you've got another angle. At least one of the names here, Ellie Reynolds knows as one of the alleged attackers. This is crazy. So then you've got to deal with survivors that have got to deal with now being re-immersed with it, with the names, with the faces, and all connotations and thoughts that are going to come through. And it's like, this is heavy shit for survivors, this. So I've got to really put their thought process before my own. You know what I mean? And try and make sure that what I do actually helps them. You know what I mean? Liar cop, you're bleeding right there. Yes, John Rankin. See you later, mate. Have a good day. Hello, Phil, pal. What's this saying? Hello, Phil, pal. Hope all is well. You had a good birthday. I did in May, yeah, mate. Yeah. Best to you and your family. Thank you very much, mate. Yes, you know who I am. I'm from down the road. Is that right? That's very cryptic. Now, that is going to freak me the fuck out. Seriously. Even though you probably don't mean anything by it, I'm going to be like, what? Who's this? I'm going to be watching me back everywhere I go. And I'd like to say a big hello to a chap called Shen. S-H-E-N. I was coming home from a bike ride and I got a bleeding puncture about a mile away from my house. So I rung the wife, didn't I? Can you come and get me? Can you come and get me? So she did come and get me. I was just about to load the bike up in the boot and this guy come walking past, goes, you fell? You fell? I'm like, yeah. And he's basically telling me he's been watching me stuff. And honestly, we had a really good chat. So I'd like to give him a big hello as well. He lives local around here. Said that he's seen me dotting around every now and then. And he's always wondered to himself whether that's me So now he's actually tracked me down now. So yeah, big hi to all subbers. Yes, Nomad. How we doing? Oh, really? I'm a friend from a long time. Our kids went to school together. That is even more cryptic. That is freaking me out even more. And I'm on the verge of filing out a restraint order. If I could find out and locate your GPS details, I'd be getting in touch with Detective Chief Superintendent Dean Holden, because I don't know what will go on in at this point. And this cryptic stuff ain't making me feel any better, Apollo UK. But keep yourself blessed. I'm sure we are old friends, and that's going to batter my head now until I finally do get to meet you. Keep up the fight, brother. YouTube. Oh, yes. I know, mate. Tell me about it. Oh, yes. I'm used to this now. Child abuse used to be the worst crime imaginable. The police establishment and the media now treat it like a troublesome subject that they would rather not deal with. You're sadly right. You've got a point, and we've got to say, to be fair, some facets of the police do that, just like some facets of the media do that, just like some facets of the judiciary do that. And I'll go even further. Most facets of the populations do that. Everyone knows it goes on. How many people truly give a shit? How many people truly want to get into a conversation about it without 5 minutes later wanting to get the fuck out of that conversation and talk about Jim Carrey and his new film? So I get what you're saying, but on a social level, it's like we're missing the trick here. It's almost like the same psychology as in, how have we got such a thing as a homeless, hungry person in the 21st century when you have affluence? Why? It allows it, walks over it. So, you know, survivors come and go. People know, but people try and help. That's the ones that give a shit. The ones that don't want to blanket out and pretend it's not happening to them, and because they don't know anyone who's become someone of a victim of abuse, then they'll shut it out. So it's a sad thing. And then because the world's kind of giving them all bright lights and little things to look at instead of worrying about that, then the mind gets taken elsewhere until it becomes their own. So one day, God forbid, they come home and just say, you know, the daughter, 18 years of age, has just been raped. Or, you know, the boy has just come out of a club and he was off his head and someone has manipulated him, took him back to his apartment, drugged him up and raped him and filmed it. Now, I'm talking about real life incidents here. That definitely happened in Manchester, and how many rapes go on all the time. The amount of times that I get, I wince when we have festivals. I don't know whether anyone else thinks this, and I'm sorry for digressing, but when we have festivals like shit we have in Eaton Park and things like that, I always think I'm dreading the next day or I'm dreading the week after, because you're waiting for stabbings to have happened, you're waiting for overdoses to have happened, you're waiting for people to have been whatever happened, but they disappeared and got found in a canal 6 miles down. You're waiting for other rapes and things, and it's like, it's not that I'm looking for it, but it inevitably follows it. And it's like, fucking hell. You know, whether that's just me and I just draw on the negativity to it, but it makes me think, man, the young today, they don't know how much society is declining and how much at risk they are on so many different levels, this being one of them. So when you've got your detective chief superintendent who's coming out off the bat and saying there's no evidence and we've looked the link, and then what, fucking 6 months later, they're saying the very opposite because they've actually got the thumb out their ass. How many more survivors have been created because of that? How much more compounding of misery have you just inflicted on the current survivors that were telling you in the fucking beginning? Pardon my French. Digression over. Yes, Jimmy, I know I got a comment off you off Facebook, mate. I know you sent me a link. I've not had a chance to get round to it, but thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, someone's just put a rainbow up, and are they getting bollocked? Are they getting bollocked for putting a rainbow symbol up? Rainbow should be banned. Hey up. Right, so stop the digressing, Phil. Get back on with it. Right, so this is the other guy. Other two guys. Get this comment off because it's no good to me there, is it? So obviously I've blanked it out. You can see now how many more are going to be. How many more? You know? Where are we? What's that? It's wrong. It's wrong. The resources that the police have got, the fact that you expect them to be on it, the resources that any mainstream media have got, and you expect them to be on it, and both of them are letting the public down woefully with this topic, pretty much. But now, because now they've got no choice, you know, they were dragging their heels, and you can see, look at this. Known to use, he was charged with 2 counts of sexual activity with a child under 16. He's fucking 43, right? But these are alleged, so we've got to keep it at that in the Barrow area. Yeah, so there's no evidence. No evidence there, is there? 34, this guy, Doncaster, yeah, charged with 5 counts of rape of a child under fucking 13, 2 counts of indecent assault, 4 counts of gross indecency with a child under the age of 14, 2 counts of sexual activity with a child under the age of 16, 2 counts of causing inciting a child to engage in sexual activity, 5 counts of sexual assault of a child under the age of 13 in the Leeds area. 5 counts of sexual activity with a child under 16, 2 counts of false imprisonment, and 1 count of sexual assault in Barrow area. All 3 men scheduled to appear in September. And you think, man, look at the damage they've done there. Look at the damage. Yes, everyone, thanks for jumping on. You think if you'd have got your thumb out your ass, I mean, what damage have these caused in the time that it's took for the police to get the thumb out their ass? To actually talk to other constabularies and see if you can get something going on? An accumulation? I mean, what I will tell you, right? I've not said too much about the Ellies for the simple fact that what has been going on in the background, logically and thoughtfully, and it's one of them where there's no point in talking about things for talking about things' sake and possibly getting some of the elements of the story incorrect as well. So it's a question of being there to support and coming out with things when it's probably the right time and the right way to put it, and to bring up valid talking points as well. Don't want to rattle people and incite people just to be outraged, because to me, if the development and the personal developments of the survivors is happening without me uploading, then I'll stay not uploading. Now, over the past few weeks, I know that things have been moving forward with Ellie Reynolds and Ellie Williams, with things that have been happening. I've not announced it. Other people have probably not announced it, but there are things happening. And it's a massive positive and boost as well. So, like I say, to me, it's just about that more than actually anyone being a face of it. Well, who knows, Steve-O? Who knows? Yeah. I mean, God forbid now people having kids now. I mean, you don't want to wrap them in bubble wrap, but you look at society and you look at even if things happen, which they've always happened. You did get horrific crimes when I was growing up. Jesus, all types of murderers and sex offenders were doing things, but they were slightly unheard of in a sense. There was an element of cohesion within communities and societies. Working class people stuck together as a working class, and you didn't shit on your own doorstep. You didn't do that to your own working class fellow human being. There was always been strifes within the working class over many different frigging points over the years, but particularly, no, there was always an element of a code. That code is diminishing and then like dissipating now because you don't have the community. So everyone's just split up like fuck now. Well, see, this is weird now because now I'm talking to someone who's cryptically been telling me on a couple of occasions that I know him, and my kids know each other. But obviously, if I do know them, which I sure I do, not going back to this person specifically, I totally believe it. And I'm sure this person's a brilliant person. Now I know this person's a survivor. And this person's now telling me my abuser is still out there living a free life. So, you know, yes, everyone, hear your plight, Apollo. Hear your plight. And I hope you get your justice. And I hope you're in a good space. Well, yeah, well done. Well done for getting in there. Yes, Red Eye Jedi 420 UK, doing fine. Respect went out the. Yeah. Is this Ian? Is this Ian? Is this Ellie Reynolds' father? Ian. Is it Ian? Is it the Ian Piper? Ian Piper, Ellie Reynolds' dad. Is it the Ian Piper? I think it is. Is it? Come on, man. I need to know. Need to know. We stand together. Yes, Great Brit. We do, mate. We do. Come on, Ian. Yes. Yes. How you doing, mate? How you doing, my friend? Right, Ellie Reynolds' dad, live and direct. Yes, bro. Hope you're doing all right. Hope you're doing all right, sir. Hope Ellie and Cara are doing fine. Hope the whole family are doing fine. Hope your horses are doing fine. Fucking everyone. Hope your life's blessed, mate. And you've always got the red pill who's got your back. You've got my subbers. You've got Great Brit. You've got Children Matter.news. You've got the whole fucking world on your back, mate. On your back in that way. Because that would be a big weight. But yes, mate. Good to see you. Mate, how do you think about this? What do you think about this?
What I would say is, when the question is asked, is there an organised gang of Asian men in Barrow conducting abuse or otherwise exploitation against individuals? Our investigation has shown that that has not been corroborated or otherwise evidence. What I would say though is that here in Cumbria Constabulary we're not complacent, we are humble, and if individuals think that they've got any information that suggests that's the scenario, or any other information around abuse, sexual abuse, physical abuse, then they must contact us.
All right, Ian. You had information, didn't you, Ian? Am I right in assuming that? I've been stood by your side, Ian, while you've been at the police station. Oh, Apollo. Oh, am I being where's Apollo? Right, have I missed some comments? Have I missed a comment? Right, you'll have to I'm not sure how can I we go. Where are we? I've lived right in on my own for nearly 40 years. My abuser was my uncle, who I found out last heard he was a scout leader at in Manchester somewhere. Well, you know, like that other sub I said before, certainly no fault of your own. No fault of your own. Remember, you're a beautiful human being. So don't ever ever, by him doing what he's done, place that baggage on your head. That baggage is for him and his soul to deal with. He might think that running around now living a life and no one knows about it, he's got away with it. But you know what, Apollo? Karma is a bitch and it stings like fuck when it is applied as well. And it don't give a fuck. So one day, if not already, or within his old psyche and his persona, it will exude something called fucking self-hatred over the way he's treated people over the years, particularly yourself. So whether family or not, it's irrelevant. As a soul on this planet, to ultimately do that to another soul, another human being, when if he was someone who was in a superior to you in terms of age, should be there to help and support and nurture, not do that. So that's no fault of yours, Apollo. No fault of yours at all. You know what I mean? The fact that you're here now, that's a celebration. Fair play to you. Karma is a bitch. I'm a full believer of that. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh, and he's just put that as well. There you go. Oof. Oof. Opening a can of worms there. Opening a can of worms. I just hope it didn't result in cucumbers being cut, if you know what I'm saying. No, but, you know, I can understand that. I can understand that. I mean, freaking hell. Well, fair play to you, mate. And I think the way you're approaching it is exactly the same way. No doubt your family has been a massive help to you. So keep holding dear what keeps you alive, what keeps that light on, what keeps you feeling positive, mate. And it's always revolving around fucking love and positivity in it. So just hold on to that. Seriously, your family will pull you through this. And honestly, that'll come to him. It'll come to him. But thank you for divulging that. And I'd love to meet you. I seriously love to meet you. Because now, my head's battered as to who you are. Seriously. But thank you for enlightening me and the subbers as well. Hey up, the rainbow topic's coming up again. We're all on rainbows. Cumbria police did our abuser for 2 incidents and refused to investigate the rest. So you can see they just wasn't covering it adequately. And what they should do now, they should put an equal video out now saying, we initially got it wrong. We now see that there is evidence. We now see there is a wider problem, not only just in Barrow, but within Barrow, it then leads to other areas because these guys are linked. You can see now there's at least 2 areas. Leeds was mentioned and another one was from Doncaster. So you can see. Now, what are the police in them respective areas doing? Are they getting this book? Because one thing I will say, don't want to say too much, and Ian can verify this, Ian Piper. Ellie Reynolds is probably one of the most diligent survivors I have ever met. Not to say she's the most diligent out there. She's one of many, no doubt. But I'm proud of her for her age, for her owning what's happened, even though it's still work in progress. She's texted me on her low days, you know, just little things can affect the emotional scale. And that's what happens being a survivor. But she's got the love of family, the support of everyone around her, and she's doing brilliantly. But the one thing she's got is a dossier that she's been building up over a period of time, talking with other survivors, collating screenshots, and getting a multitude of evidence. Now, if Detective Chief Super fucking Intendant Dean Holden would have got his thumb out of his arse and got his arse on that bleeding dossier months ago. Imagine. You could have got this a lot further on by now without castigating everyone and making it a political arena, which now makes it, oh, you're racist. Because I'll tell you now, without naming them people, not one of them was called Rob fucking Smith. Yeah? Not one of them was an English name. So I'm not casting aspersions on a whole demographic here, but all I'm going to say is what we've been saying all along, that proves it. Well, I'll certainly help. If Great Brit can give me any information, if he ever finds anything out, Apollo, if you ever want to send anything to me or to send it to Great Brit, I've got an email address, redpillphil@aol.co.uk. redpillphil@aol.co.uk. Just highlight it in any way you can, just to kind of make sure it's I'm more likely to see it. And if I can help, I will help. As long as it's legal and above board, I'm all good for that. So, guys, PAG UK Cumbria are now holding monthly meetings with Cumbria Police. So here goes. The survivors who have spoken out will be the hardest people you will ever meet. You're right, Ian. You're right. You're right. And it's great that there's support being done by PAG and others in terms of what is happening there in Barrow. So it's brilliant. Yes, mate. Thanks for that, Great Brit. He's a star. Yes. No problem, Apollo. No problem. So there's the email. There it is. And anyone else, you know, and highlight it best way you can. So I'll see it, because I said only in the other stream, I find it hard to follow up on comments because there's so many, and because soon after this, got a shitload to do, blah, blah, but everyone's got a busy life, so you know what I mean. All good. Right. So is there anything else? Is there anything else? Let me have a look. We're showing it all. We're showing this. No matter how long. See, it took that long to actually get on this and address this for the, you know, give it all the respect it deserves. They now class it as kind of historic case. I mean, it wasn't historic when people were talking about it, was it? Fucking hell. Pardon my French. So, guys, I'm going to get going. If there's any last questions or anything, how's the bike? Mate, my bike's doing fine. More like how my leg's doing. Fucking hell. You know, in 5 days the other week, I covered 88 miles. I'm like, ah. But yeah, the bike's doing fine. Loving me riding. And let you in on a little secret. And I did intimate this to Ian and to Ella the other week. I will be next year doing a charity bike ride, going from one destination, point A, to a point Z. I've pretty much got in mind where the point Z is going to be. And so everything I'm kind of doing now, as well as loving me riding, getting on them canal paths, getting on my cycle paths, I see it as training. The miles I'm covering, it's a joke. The weight I'm losing, the sweat that's running off me, it's amazing. I'm loving it. I'm seeing green pastures. Gives you thinking space. I'm coming back all chilled out, fucking floating in. So it's mint, and I'm going to utilize doing that for a good thing. So definitely next year. At the moment, there's words of at least 3 sponsors that are off the bat will be ready to help me. I've got obviously Great Brit. Yes. Yes. Yeah, mate, be careful. Be careful. People will be talking. But I feel it. I feel mentally there. And I recommend get on your bike or get doing what you love and do it even more so. It's that little bit of escapism. It's doing things that make you feel great, puts a smile on your face. You know, I got on the cycle pass and I remember we're human. So instead of walking around a concrete jungle and people got their head down because don't even fucking look up, because I've noticed that when I'm on my bike, the amount of people that are not even spatially aware, but I don't want to digress there. Talking about the people that when you're on a canal path, they want to be human. Like, hello, how you doing? You all right? They're walking the dog, they're feeding the ducks, they fucking get chased up the canal by the street, whatever. They're like, how you doing? They're human. They want to interact. It's beautiful. Beautiful. So, yeah, to cut a long story short, look out this time next year. If I've got my arse in gear, there's going to be a ride, a long ride that's going to be done over a few days, probably obviously staying out in different locations and getting off. I've already got the logo down to Jason from the A team. I've got the destination in my head. I've got 3 sponsors lined up. This shit's going to happen. It just can't happen yet because it's too late in the year and we've got all the COVID crap going on. Can't wait. Can't wait. Fact. That is a fact. Right, so Gat. Mate, I got a puncher the other day coming up the Vale. Gutted. My first puncher. Well gutted. I had a puncher repair kit there, but I knew it was a mile away from my house and I thought, I'll just get home. So I just called the wife. She come out like a fucking St. Bernard dog. You know what I mean? I'm not saying she's that. Just dug me grave there a little bit. Good job. She's not on the live. And she's coming right in for my gonads right now. But no, she come and help me out. Help me out. Come home. And repaired my bike. And I'm back on. Mountain bike, mate. It's like an all-terrain. Quite a nifty one. Quite a good one. Disc brakes. How many gears? It's like 18 gears or something. You know what I mean? Nice. Nice. I love it. Love it. Got a nice little GoPro attached to it. I've got a nice little bag that I can put my phone on. I've got an app that geolocates where I am, breaks down everything in terms of elevation, how many calories are burning, where I am, my current speed, fucking everything. Seriously, I'm loving it. I'm like looking, got my music in with my little pods on. I'm like, yes. So you might see me every now and then just dotting about on my bike. Seriously. Don't bother with repair kits. Just carry spare inner tubes. You've probably got a point, you know. But the one thing I think about now I've got disc brakes is recalibrating that disc brake. So I don't want to take the wheel off because I know only takes a little slight maneuverage. And then that disc, the way it is now, this bike's not a warehouse manufactured bike. It's a precision manufactured bike. So the way they've done it, they've aligned it properly. So if I go swinging it off on quick release, my fear is when I bang it back on, I'm going to hear it. And it's going to do my head in. And then I'm going to have to send it to the shop so he can recalibrate the brake. So, but I hear what you're saying. Ultimately, that is the best thing. Just bang that off, put it down to a bad experience, bang the other one on, and off you go. And it saves you looking like a dick with a bike upside down, try to wonder how you're going to hear that with a road. You know what I mean? But I love it. Anyway, look at me. It's electric. No, it's not electric, mate. I'd love that electric bike, but it would make me lazy. But I did fall in love when I seen that electric bike. My mate seen that video and he's like, I want one. He went, I want one. And he's got his eye on an electric bike. But no, good old leg power here. Getting on it, mate. Getting on it. Burning the calories off. The difference these streams make to people who suffered abuse blows my mind. Oh, Great Brit, you're a star, mate. Great Brit, and listen, I don't say this often enough. Thank you to Great Brit for all the work that he does. And remember, guys, did she bring you some brandy? No one's brought me any brandy. Jesus, that'd be a novelty, wouldn't it? Great Brit, he's there off the bat to help me. I never tell him when I'm coming on streams. I'm like, boom, I'm in. Get your spanner, you're on. He's like, what? I'm on the toilet, you're on. And he's like, right, all right, I'm coming. And he just does it off the bat. Now, I will say, Great Brit, put the link down, mate, to your channel, because as you can see, Great Brit does his own YouTube. Great Brit is a massive channel. Massive channel. Honestly, he owns the world. He's got YouTube in his freaking pocket. Yeah? And it's only the key pocket on the front of his fucking jeans. We're not even talking the big side pocket. That's how big he is. So get your link up, dude. You ain't old enough for electric bikes yet. Mate, you know what? I've got to say this. I'm going to call someone out. Yesterday, or the other day when I put out the vid going on about I'm 50, all that stuff, just in a joking way. Someone put, you look more like 60 in the comment section. I thought, man, it's a good job we weren't live when you said that shit. That is a good job. Seriously. Let's talk about triggering. There you go. Look, see what I mean? See how humble he is? He's putting people onto childrensmatter.news and should subscribe to that because they are brilliant. Kate is there, helping everyone. Yeah, mate, I'll have to do the bike ride. Yeah, to Rochdale, up the canal. Follow the Rochdale Canal. Because where I lived in Miles Platting, the Rochdale Canal was right alongside it. So I'd be able to do like the pilgrimage up to Rochdale from the canal, going past all the mills, going past all the different houses now, how they've changed over the years, how a lot of it's apartments, how a lot of the people now, what I've noticed, who had houses there that were initially there when the canal was originally there, but now they've made the most of it, the fucking wharfway. They're like, boom, nice little decking, little fucking layered going down. They're like, just come out of the garden, sitting there on the canal. I'm like, man, I'm in some 2 up, 2 down with a little shitty backyard. I'm like, what? I want one. But great. Yes, flying free from Indiana. Yes, a big hello. So I hope you have enjoyed this stream, guys. It's been probably 20% information, 80% digression. But I hope both of them together has made an interesting stream. If not, do apologise. Look after yourselves. Big thanks to Great Brit, Katie J, Ian, and the rest of the Reynolds family. Obviously, the whole team down there and up there in Rochdale, who is working with the guys in Barrow as well. Oh, look, you're getting digressing again. No canal, mate. I'll set you up. Lee Quarter. Yes, have a bit of that. All terrain, me, daddy-o. All terrain. On that. Is it? Go to Cranstock Chase, Phil. Great for mountain biking. Mate, I just need to put all these into my little sat-nav here, and then I'm off. Get it on my GoPro. Love it. Thanks a lot for the tips, guys. Hey up, what's this? Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It's a nice one, guys. Thanks a lot. Remember, support all the YouTubers. I'm going to be going down to Manchester this weekend. Hopefully get a bit of footage of an event that's going on there. If anyone's going to Nottingham this weekend, that's going to be a massive event. Good luck. Be careful. And make sure you do the right thing, you know. And same again. Remember, supporting and being there for survivors. So best of luck with that. Keep yourself safe. And I hope you come back with some good news on moving the fight forward. Here we go. One last comment. When you do your bike ride, you should stop at Subba's house and maybe do a bit of painting. I need help. See what's going on here? So it's not enough that, you know what I mean? I'm giving up everything. You know, I'm barely fucking eating nowadays, barely making any money because I'm YouTubing all the time. I don't even see my kids, don't even know my kids. I wouldn't even see them if I walked past them in the street now, I wouldn't know them because of my YouTube. Got no friends anymore. Fucking hell, what are they? You know what I mean? You do all the videos, you in the background, you're making phone calls, helping people. Not enough, is it, for some people? Not enough. Some spanner wielding people, it's not enough. They want you to get on a bike, right? I know where he lives. It's up the fucking northeast. So I've got to get on my bike, right? Ride hundreds of miles. And it's not an electric bike. Because I bring the brushes and my scuttle, my fucking roller pole, and my rollers, and my overalls, and my Viz vest, and my hard hat, and my boots. How the fuck am I going to do all that? And then when I get there, there's the room, Phil. Let me know when you want a brew. Is that it? This ain't the charity ride that I was talking about, Great Brit. Stop trying to manipulate me to get your own agenda sorted, Great Brit. Now I can see why Napoleonic Katie just gets into you with this spanner grabbing. Seriously? Right, well, you go and help him. You ride up fucking 400 miles, up that way, up a fucking hill like that. Take your scuttle, no electric bike, and your inner tubes. Don't forget your inner tubes, yeah? Take them all. Go and decorate his house. I'll even stream it, yeah? He can stream it through his channel onto mine. Oh, God. So he should be. I mean, no, mate. I'd love to help. I'd love to help. Oh, we're your friends. Thank you. That's the one thing I can say. I drive. Look at him. Look at him. Don't be silly, Phil. I drive. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna, mate. Come on, get on your bike. Get one of them trailers attached. Fucking get up the canal. This way, northeast. Boom. Have it. No matter the weather. Oh, it's been a good chat, guys. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it. And going back to someone's point there, what did they say? Let's have it. We'll end it with this. Yes, DNA, water bag. We're all friends. I love everyone. I love everyone on this channel because everyone's so chilled, and I'm on three different platforms. So just by virtue of being on here, I love everyone, and we're all supportive of each other, aren't we? You know, that's the only way forward. So well done, DNA water bag, and I share that sentiment as well. It's a nice one, guys. Okay, nice one. Great Brit. I shall follow that up. There we go, look. Nice one, guys. Thank you, Flying Free. Have a great day in Indiana. Hope the weather's good there. Right, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the stream. Justice for the girls. Justice for Ella. Yeah. Remember, got to show our support for the great folks down there is it down there, across there, slightly up there from my location in Barrow. It's a nice one, guys. There's one last thing I want to say. A big thank you to everyone who's been on this stream, and I love you all.
I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all. I love you all.
Even the pissing haters.
I love you all. 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 I love you all.